a small wound on a tree, and from there begins a huge, multi-billion-dollar industry. Pine resin, the tree's own healing system, but humans have transformed it into hundreds of industrial products. In this video, we will see how this golden liquid that slowly oozes from a living tree is collected, transported, and finally processed inside a huge factory to make turpentine, rosin, and glue. You will be amazed when you see the entire journey from start to finish. It all starts with the right tree selection. Engineers examine each tree in thousands of acres of pine forest. Not all trees can be used. Only 15 to 25-year-old, strong trunk, and disease-free trees are selected because these trees can produce resin permanently for a long time. Then the thick, rough outer bark of the tree is removed with a special scraping tool. This exposes the clean, smooth inner layer, which helps control the flow of resin. This step is very important because if you make a mistake at the beginning, future production can be severely reduced. After the tree is prepared, the most important step begins: resin extraction. A special resin axe is used to cut it to a depth of about 0.16 inches so that the resin layer can be reached. This cut determines future production. If it is too deep, the tree is damaged, and if it is too shallow, the resin does not come out properly. As soon as the cut is made, the tree's defense system is activated, and white, thick resin gradually begins to come out. To control this flow, a spout and cup are placed at the bottom so that the resin falls and accumulates in a specific way. After a few days, the resin thickens and becomes mixed with dust, bark, and other impurities. Workers then collect it, fill it with large containers, and send it to the factory. Upon reaching the factory, the raw resin is poured into large steel tanks and heated with steam. The resin gradually liquefies, and the heavy impurities settle to the bottom, while the lighter ones float to the top. The resin is then cleaned, and the moisture content is reduced by multi-stage filtration. The clean resin is heated to 311 to 338 degrees Fahrenheit in a distillation tower. The lighter ones evaporate and rise to the top. This is turpentine or pine oil. On the other hand, the heavier ones remain at the bottom, which is called rosin. In this single step, two different industrial materials are produced from one raw material. Rosin is not used directly, but is further processed to produce industrial glue. In a large heated tank, rosin is mixed with EVA polymer, plasticizer, and stabilizer. A high-speed mixing system thoroughly mixes all the ingredients to create a uniform adhesive mixture. Viscosity, tackiness, and bonding strength are controlled here, which determine the performance of the glue. The glue is then made into various shapes: stick, block, or pillow shape. It is shaped through extrusion or molding, then quickly cooled and hardened. Finally, it is cut, packaged, and labeled, and sent to the market. Pine trees not only produce resin, but also valuable oil from pine nuts. Dried pine cones are collected, and the seeds are separated from them. The kernels are then machine-shelled and extracted. These kernels are cold-pressed to extract the oil, which preserves its nutritional value. Only 220 pounds of kernels yield about 121 to 143 pounds of oil, making it one of the most expensive vegetable oils in the world. This oil is good for the heart and helps control body fat. Pine trees not only produce resin, but also valuable oil from pine nuts. Dried pine cones are collected, and the seeds are separated from them. The kernels are then machine-shelled and extracted. These kernels are cold-pressed to extract the oil, which preserves its nutritional value. Only 220 pounds of kernels yield about 121 to 143 pounds of oil, making it one of the most expensive vegetable oils in the world. This oil is good for the heart and helps control body fat.